this week's theme is world leaders, and it's the most stupid thing that world
Yep.
leaders have ever done or said. You can have said if you like.
Uh-huh.
You can have the best said because everyone says it's the best,
Everyone said it's the best.
So we're going to try to avoid USA.
Him. Just
We're
him.
because that's an entire fucking special that we've done
Yep.
before. Jesus. We actually did do a
Did
special on that because there's
we
just
do a
so
special on
much.
him?
What was that? Sorry.
I didn't think we'd done a special on him.
Yeah, we did. We did a USA special. I'm sure we did.
Nah.
It was
We
a
might
while
do
back.
another
We
one in
did.
July.
I'm sure we did because you said, "Oh, I've been waiting so long for this."
Possibly.
Can't even remember, can you? To be fair, he's done so much more stupid
Yeah.
shit on that. We probably could do another special on him.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
It's every couple of weeks you can do a whole special.
Oh, I just did the tune and you carried on talking.
Okay, let's go again.
Such a dick. Right, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Talking on the Couch, the weekly podcast where we talk about random things from around the world. As I've just mentioned, this week it is world leaders and the most stupid things they've ever done or said. Remember to join us on our other channels. So we got the old facebook.com/pressbacktc. We got instagram.com/pressback to continue. We got twitch.tv/pressback to continue. We got twitter.com/pressbacktc. We got discord.gg/tgs390nub3. We've got YouTube /@pressback to continue. Remember, we've also got Blue Sky as well, and you can donate to us on streamlabs.com/pressback3/tip. And you can listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Podcast, or music, or whatever the hell it is these days. I don't know, because I don't use any of them. But I just still publish to them. So, Sporka, this week, world leaders, do you want to kick us off?
Stupid things the world leaders have said. Let's go.
You haven't got your pictures up, have you?
There's so many. I'm just trying to pick a good one to start with.
I filtered mine and just picked 2. So if you say mine, I'm not going to be happy.
I'm not going to say yours. I wouldn't say I'm going to say yours.
Wouldn't put it past you.
Know. Okay, I'm going to do John Major, UK Prime Minister.
I know this one. I saw it while researching. Crack on.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. He established a national hotline, specifically for reporting renegade traffic cones. That's off the wall. That's Trump level stuff going on there.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
Well, what's the problem with it? What's the issue?
It's a renegade traffic. Like if you see a traffic cone in the middle of the footpath and it's not supposed to be in the middle of the footpath, you can ring up and go, "There's a traffic cone in the middle of the footpath. It's looking at me dodgy."
He's giving me shifty eyes. He's got a backpack on.
Yeah, bloody renegade he is.
He's just driven off on a motorbike. Help!
Yeah.
When I was younger, we used to get like traffic cones that had been abandoned or whatever, because you always find them around somewhere. And
it's not that they've been abandoned, Loans. They were on a building site or a roadworks and somebody robbed them. Or let's call a spade here.
They'd have been abandoned, so we used to get them. And because we used to skateboard, we'd put them on the middle of our skateboard, and we would like turn the skateboard using the traffic cone.
Well, that makes sense, I suppose.
So it's like a little steering wheel, and we called it cone riding.
Yeah.
At least we had some fun out of it.
Different meaning today, but
do you know what I've always wondered actually? You know when you're driving up the motorway / freeway, depending on what you want to call it, highway,
it's a motorway,
whatever, a road, just a busy road like a dual carriageway, whatever. You drive up there, and you see roadworks and you see all the cones and stuff. They're never fucking working. But my quarrel with this is how come there's always a burst tyre at the side of the motorway. Why are people allowed to just dump their tyres?
What?
At the side of the motorways, whenever you're driving up, have a look down the side, and you'll always see like there's lorry tyres or there's just half of somebody's bumper just left at the side of the road.
Because if you're on the motorway and you have a crash or something,
Mm.
you stop your car, that's grand, everybody gets out of the car, and then the tow truck company is supposed to take all that shit with them, but they don't. It's not your responsibility to remove the debris from the road because it's
I
dangerous to
don't
do so.
think people should be allowed to leave their stupid ass tyres at the side of the
I don't
road.
think they're leaving the tires at the side of the road. Like truck tires is usually the truck has a blowout
Yeah, yeah. Why?
because like the hydraulic brake might fail on one of those wheels and it just blows the tire out. The truck driver won't even notice it.
Yeah. So why do they leave their tyres at the side of the road?
They don't. The tire just flies off. The tire flies off. Have you ever seen a blowout?
Yes.
The tire literally explodes off the fucking side of the car or the
Yeah, but
truck.
I just think it's wrong. They should be told to stop on
But
the.
that's my point. A truck driver wouldn't even know that a tire had gone off his
I
trailer
don't
if
know.
he's
There's a lot of
pulling a full
sensors.
rig.
There's a lot of sensors these days on them that tells them when they've got low pressure. And I'm pretty sure
No,
having no fucking tire it gives you low pressure.
not
But
on a
there is no
trailer.
pressure
They
there.
don't. They don't generally have it on the trailer. It's generally just on the rig.
No,
Yeah.
then that should
If
be a
there's any
safety
truck
thing.
drivers listening who just want to weigh in on this, as
Yeah,
long as
yeah,
it's
yeah.
being
Because
awkward.
yeah, yeah. I think the dickhead should be made to pick them up. I really do. Or
Yeah.
the companies should be made to pay a certain fee to get somebody to come along and pick up all their shit off the side of the
That's what I
road.
mean. It's supposed to be like the emergency breakdown people who come to the side of who come to the road to do the towing and stuff are supposed to take all that stuff with them.
No, I reckon, yeah, but they don't, clearly. You've seen half someone's bumper. They took all the rest of the shit to the left of bumper. It just really annoys me. But traffic cones, Sporka. Renegade traffic cones. So John
Yep.
Major set up, what year was this?
Oh, I don't know. It was in the
70 what?
80s, like no, 70s or 80s. John Major was the prime minister after Margaret Thatcher, wasn't he? So 80s, 90s, 80s.
Uh, well, he was 90, he was, hello, Stroke, my old friend. John Major served as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from the 28th of November 1990 to the 2nd
Yeah.
of May 1997. That's
Hmm.
quite a long,
So he was
stint,
like the
really.
prime minister just before like Tony Blair, was he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was trying to be
Hmm.
able to successor. So
Hmm.
it'd be somewhere in the 90s he set up this hotline.
Yeah. I think there was bigger social issues going on in the 90s than fucking Renegade Road cones.
Like what? Dodgy haircuts?
Yeah.
I mean,
Dodgy
we had just
jeans.
come out of the Cold War, but still.
Yeah.
Other than that, there was fuck all
Still
going on in
really
the
in the
90s.
Cold War a little bit. Like it was sort of the temperate war. Wasn't so cold, but not
Yeah,
quite warm.
it was the lukewarm,
Yeah.
bordering on cold. Yeah. What else was happening? Before 97, we know that there was a certain tunnel accident in France. Other
Was that
than that,
97?
that was 97, wasn't it? I'm sure it was, or
Shit, I feel
96.
old.
I'm sure it was 97.
Hey, it was in the 90s for sure.
When did Diana get killed? I mean, have an accident. Uh,
When was Diana? I mean,
31st of August 1997.
yeah. Jeez, that's
So
a while ago, isn't it?
it was. I remember everyone coming out suddenly dressed in all black, and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I just
Huh.
thought it was like a dress up party. But what else happened in the 90s, Sporker? What would have happened? What
They
other
took
social things that. What else have we got to worry about? Fuck all happened I was born in the 90s, the
they
very
took
start of it.
Berlin Wall down.
The That's Germany, not the UK.
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened in the UK in the
I,
90s.
I don't know if Germany had a renegade traffic cone number to
They
ring.
might have. They
They
might
could
have.
have done. I'll have the
Oh,
cone. Um, there was fuck all else to do. You might as well have I would have rang them up just to say, yeah, there's six of them on a street corner. I don't know what they're selling,
yeah.
but these
They didn't
renegades, you
even
got
have
to stop
Asbos
them.
back then.
It wouldn't surprise me that if that was done today, there'd be a Channel 5 documentary on it, Cones of War or something. Traffic cones
Yeah.
24/7. That's what it would be. Channel 5 would make it really dramatic.
Okay, well, there was the Dunblane massacre. There was the murder of James Bulger.
In the UK, oh, Jamie Bulger was a
There
big
was
one,
the
but let's not go
troubles with
into
the
that.
IRA bombings in the early 90s. There was Fred and Rosemary West. The Sarah Payne murder. Would you like me to keep going? There was a
Yes,
recession in the
because
early
this is a
90s.
10-year span.
There was the recession in the 90s from 1990 to 1993.
Oh yeah, that really
Um,
affected me.
Black Wednesday. Apparently, they had Black Wednesdays back then, not Black Fridays. Um, Poverty and lack of minimum wage. You see,
still,
that's what I mean. There was no such thing as minimum wage, but you decided to set up a hotline to fucking report renegade rob cones. You know what I'm saying? There was bigger things. You know?
when there was a such thing as minimum wage, weren't there?
No, it says
Okay, so this happened in
poverty and
June
lack of minimum wage. Up until
1992.
1998, there was no national minimum wage, leading
Oh,
to
cool.
extreme low wage exploitation, with some people working for as little as £1.20 an hour.
Yeah, but a lot of people seem to be able to buy their own house with a Twix. John Major
No, but
introduced the
still,
cones. Go on.
there was no minimum wage. That was a
No,
big
I know.
thing.
And yet
That, let's
people
say, would have
somehow
been
paid
more.
more.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like,
Jesus. You're monitoring the chat, aren't you? We've got so far. Do you know how hard it is for me to hold in the dinosaurs right now?
dinosaur.
I couldn't. Dinosaur. Right. John Major introduced the cones hotline in 1992. So he's only been in office
Yes.
for 2 years. So you've only got that 2 year gap of all the political shit that's going on. I don't think. Do you really think our prime ministers in the UK are aware of the shit that's going on in this country?
I'm sure they are, yes.
I don't think they are.
I don't know. You've got Keith there at the moment. He seems to have his finger on the pulse.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Anyway, let's recap. What was that one, Sporka?
So, John Major established a national hotline specifically for reporting renegade traffic cones.
Cool. Seems as we're going on the UK.
Oh, you got a UK one too?
I have got a UK one. Let's do a more recent one. A more. You've got fuck off. A more
I
recent
didn't
one.
say anything. Who's Sleepy Fox?
Who do you think?
I don't know who it is. Is it? I don't know.
There's two friends that we speak to quite often.
Yeah, and there's 3 people chatting in the chat.
No, there's
Isn't
not.
there?
There's two.
Okay.
But it's
Did she
3
change her
including you.
name?
I know it is. Don't worry. I know who it is.
Yeah.
And then
She
who do you
must
think
have,
the other one is then?
But like, didn't she just have her name as Beans before?
No, it's always been Big Fox.
Has it?
Beads
Just
are
haven't
the
been paying attention.
Twitch, which doesn't use. Anyway, right, my one. So
Your one.
this is more recent. In the UK in 2023, Sporka, 2023,
Ooh,
not 22,
2023.
not 24, 2023.
Okay. What about 25?
Prime Minister Richard Sunak, not
Wrong.
Richard,
Yeah, Richie.
told teenagers. This is genuinely true. This was in the newspapers over here. He told teenagers that he was a coke addict before
Oh, I
clarifying
remember
it
that.
actually meant Coca-Cola.
Okay, yeah.
For anybody watching, there is other brands that you can drink. So
Yeah.
there's Pepsi for one. There's 7-Up. There's Britivic, whoever they make. There's lots of different brands. Coke isn't the only drink. Yeah, he told
Yeah.
teenagers that he was addicted to Coke. If there's one thing,
Isn't he the same prime minister that was like said that like he had a deprived childhood as well because his parents wouldn't let him have Sky TV?
that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. He said, "Oh, my childhood was so bad we didn't have Sky." First of all, I don't even think Sky existed back then. I think it was cable TV.
Yeah, but it wasn't like satellite TV. Oh, I don't know what age is
I
he?
think it was cable TV because I remember back in the early 90s, we used to have this little black box that had 3
Yeah.
buttons on it. There was 2 black buttons and a red button. That's how you controlled it. There wasn't a remote. You just
No,
had to
'cause
go over and physically press this box. That was cable TV.
I had satellite TV in the 90s.
I think they're now singing to you on chat. I didn't have satellite. I had this little black box. It was amazing because we had all the kids' channels on it. But yeah, see, can you imagine the reaction from these teenagers when Rishi Sunak comes up to them and goes, "Yeah, I'm a coke addict, lads," or ladies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It works.
I can't understand his logic behind it.
Yeah, I know. It's just like he was trying to be like cool and hip and stuff, I think.
He was
And
never
it
calling.
just no, it just backfired completely.
I think he was trying to be like Barack Obama was, because even in the UK, we looked at him and went, "That guy's fucking cool. He's cool."
Yeah, look at
Rishi,
him.
with his with one of the wealthiest people in the on the earth as his wife,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
who
I
didn't
think it was his
actually
wife.
who didn't pay her taxes, by the way, just to clarify, even though she was so wealthy, wouldn't have dented her pocket at all. But yeah, he's
Yeah.
not cool. He had no idea. This is what I said. Our prime ministers have no idea what's actually going on in this country. But don't tell a load of kids that
No,
you're
they don't,
addicted
do
to
they?
coke. What does he think's going to come of that? Are they going? Are they going to give him a nickname like G Money? What do you reckon?
Yeah, yeah. Like that's a cool name.
Or
Somebody
Dion?
should use that name.
um,
Yeah, Dion.
they could have called
That's a
him
cool name too.
Harmony.
Could have called him what?
You know what I said? Harmony.
Could have called him what? Say it
You,
again.
yeah, fuck you. Don't you take the piss out of the way I pronounce that letter.
What letter?
Yep, you know the one. Sorry, I've just thrown Bat's comment. Um, so if anyone's listening to this on the chat, we've got Sporka's just currently talking to some people, and so far we've got Prime Ministeraus Raw, Blue Passportosaurus Raw. We've got Colorosaurus Raw, Colorosaurus. What the fuck are you guys on about?
And then we've
Coca-Cola
got
Saurus Raw
baby
Dinosaur.
dino rah 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 rah.
Who was that there? I was just in a more like Dino Nor. Dino
What?
Nor.
Dino no.
Stop. Anyway, yeah. So that was the story in 2023. How Rishi Sunak went up to some teenagers, not even fully grown adults, just some teenagers that went,
Yeah.
"Yeah, lads, I'm addicted to coke."
Mm.
Like that's
Cokehead
not going
me,
to
yeah.
backfire on him.
No.
Uh, Go on, Spook. Your next one.
Okay, I'm going to go with a uh, president of Burma or
Okay.
Myanmar, as called now, called Ne Win.
I know this one
Okay.
as well. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. In 1987, the dictator and president based his entire economic policy on his favorite number nine. He ordered the invalidation of all banknotes that were not divisible by nine, that caused national chaos and bankrupted countless citizens, as the only banknotes available were 45 and 90 denominations. That was all that was left in circulation.
That's Trump level shit
That's
right
like
there.
crazy.
That I think that was Trump's teacher.
Yep.
He must have been
Yeah. He
but
based
where
his
did you say it was?
entire
Burma.
philosophy on him. Burma, yeah. Or
Yeah, so
Myanmar, it's called now.
Neymar. Yeah, where is that in the world? Is that near Africa or
No, it's in the middle. It's in
is it Middle
Eastern
East?
countries.
Where
Not Middle
is?
East. I think it's around like Pakistan, India,
I'm just
sort
gonna
of
quickly look
Sri Lanka
where it
type
is.
place.
Yeah, it's in Asia, so I can understand this a little bit
Why?
because the in Asia numbers
Loans.
have
Where
huge.
in Yeah, but where in Asia would you get like a dictator to that scale? I mean, nowhere in Asia would you get a dictator like that.
Oh yeah, there's no dictators in
No
Asia
dictator in
whatsoever.
Asia like that at all, anywhere in Asia.
No, of course not. No. Um, anyway, yeah, in Asia, numbers are highly symbolic. They're
Yes, I know.
really like especially in Chinese culture and Japanese culture and stuff. Numbers are incredibly symbolic. So maybe this guy just had like a god complex, and he loved the number nine. So
No,
that's what
really, a
had to be.
dictator having a god complex, Lance, unheard of.
No, what? You name me a dictator with a god complex. Apart, we know one with a Jesus complex, but let's not talk about that.
I think we should explain how this entire podcast came about. There was a couple of instances this week involving our friend across the water, Mr. DT.
Yep.
Let's just
Mr.
say
Fart.
DT, so to DT to preserve anonymity, and he had an AI generated image of him laying his hand on Jeffrey Epstein to revive him from the dead.
Yep.
Yeah,
As if
because
he
that's
was
right.
the healer.
That was Jeffrey Epstein in the bed that he was laying his hands on.
Yep, it did look like him, but there's no clarification on who it actually was.
Yeah, but was it?
Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Because it also looked like that comedian as well. You know, the guy with the beard and the white hair, and yeah, it also looked like him. But cause that's a real on that. But yeah, he posted it thinking he's Jesus Christ. Yep, Epsteinosaurus. Yep. And what do you mean loans are the complexosaurus? I don't think so.
I defended your loans.
So he's your
I
mom.
defended your loans. Hashtag mic drop.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, so he posted that. Someone told him it was a doctored image, so he said he thought he was a doctor.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
guy literally is in charge of America. Or not America, sorry, the USA. I'm not going to stoop down to the idiocy of the USA, who call themselves America, meaning the
Yeah.
Americas, which is South America as well, which is Brazil and all that sort of stuff.
I heard a rumor that he was considering running as president of Venezuela in the next elections.
I thought, where was he said he was going to run as president to, and you just think he literally can't.
Venezuela, he said.
Was it Venezuela? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's such a dick.
Yep.
But
Anyway, back to the podcast.
yeah. That's why we're taking a bit. That's why this podcast
Yep.
come about. The most stupid things people have ever done or said. Right?
So yeah, knee win then. Dictator of Burma just decided to get rid of all currency except for the 45 and 90 kyat notes.
I would be so pissed off. Like you'd expect some change, and you just wouldn't be able to get your proper change. Like, it really annoyed me when I went to Spain for
people
the first
there
time.
probably didn't even earn that amount of money in a week. Like, that's what bankrupted them, because they couldn't get paid anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Podcastosaurus. I like that one. Yeah, I don't know how much they get paid in Burma, to be honest.
No.
I know it's not a
And this
wealthy...
was back in the 80s as well, so things could have changed massively since then.
So, I've just looked at the cost of a flight to Burma from here, and it's £1,621 plus pounds. So they should be fucking minted. Like, that's a lot of money for a flight.
I don't think the country gets that money, Loans. I think that's the airline gets that.
Well, then surely the airline would pay tax to the country they're going to.
Would they, though?
They should do, because it'd be entering their airspace. And
Burma is not near Spain.
I didn't say Spain. I just looked at the flight to Burma.
No, the chap.
Oh, no, it's because I mentioned Spain, how I didn't get my change.
Oh, okay.
Because that just fucked me off, that did. I know it was only like 1 cent at the time, because this was when it wasn't... This was when it was cents and potatoes. But, yeah, it just annoyed me, because having the tism, I was looking at it with my hand out going, excuse me, do you want to do some maths here, you prick? Where's the rest of it? And then he said, oh, we don't have a 1 cent or something like that.
Yeah. They'd probably done price rounding before price rounding was a thing. Do you do
yeah, they rounded it up. Everything got rounded up. So if you spent, say, 3 cents on a sweet, or 2 cents in my case on a sweet, you'd have to give him 5 cents.
Really? That's a
which was just bullshit.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with that at all.
I don't get the whole price rounding thing. Just put your fucking prices up to even numbers if you want to price round.
You know what? We live in the UK, as you know. You live in Ireland, and for years everybody said change the name from the 99p store to the pound store.
Yeah.
Like, why would we have a 99p? It's actually a psychological thing that 99p sounds better than a pound. Some people are more likely to buy it.
That's an urban myth.
And it is a myth, but it does work, and it is a psychological thing. The actual reason is the cash registers. It's harder to steal from them, so you have to open it to get the change.
Yeah, it was the staff to steal it. It was back in the day that it wasn't even cash registers. It was where you put the cash into a tube and send it to the cash desk, and then they sent you back the change. So you couldn't get something for like £10 and just pocket the £10 and let the person walk out. You had to send it away to get the person's change.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's literally for the change purposes. They just didn't trust people enough because they're dickbags. No. Back to the point now. So he changed everything to 9 and 45, did you say?
45 and 90 kyat.
What about 18, 27 and 36?
They probably didn't have notes for them.
Well, they might have done, because if he's just got rid of all the fucking currency, surely he could just say...
Or like 54 and 63 and 72 and 81. Like, why none of them?
Exactly,
Like,
because
yeah.
45 is a multiplication of 9, so I'm guessing that's where he was going from. Or what about if you got a 45 and just split it in half, so you got a 4 and a 5?
No, he got rid of all the banknotes that weren't divisible by 9, so the only ones that were left were 45 and 90. He didn't bring in new ones, he just got rid of the ones that weren't
And
divisible by 9. So they
how
obviously
did
had a
he think this
45
was?
and a 90 already.
How did he think this was a good idea?
He's a dictator, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, but surely dictators just have some logic in there. Like their logic
Yeah,
is we
how can
want
I
all the money for
exploit all of these
ourselves.
people? And yeah, pretty much.
So if the people can't get paid, they're not earning any money, which means less taxes, which means less money goes to him.
I don't think you realize how a dictatorship works. The people don't pay taxes. They're given stuff. The bare minimum to live.
That's communism, isn't it?
No, it's a dictatorship. Communism is like, well, the end stage of communism is amazing, but like communism the way it is will never work. But
Dictatosaurus. And
hmm
we're just, yep, going for all the sauruses here.
yeah,
Theosaurus, maybe look up that
hmm
one. Dictionarysaurus, yeah,
yeah,
Dictosaurus. Penosaurus. Anyway, no,
yeah.
yeah,
Back to the
dictatorship is
podcast, Hans.
basically you tax the shit out of your people so much and you can do whatever you like.
Yeah, but a dictatorship is when communism fails. That's how the dictatorship stands by. They don't get to the end stage of communism.
I genuinely thought the two just go hand in hand, to be honest.
No, you see, the whole thing is that there's supposed to be one person in charge to set up this
Mm,
utopian society, and then the society is supposed to run, and the person that's in charge steps away.
that makes
And it's
sense.
just a utopian society. Except the fucking person never steps away.
Yeah. I mean, some of them,
The
even
people at the top
some
don't
people
step
might
away.
put laws in place so they can never be voted out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who
And
might do
off
that.
and tell the people like that they're going to give them like gas for free for the rest of their lives if they just signed on the dotted line there that they'll be president for life. Don't know who could
Yeah.
have done that. Like,
But by gas, Sporka means petrol, by the way,
no, I actually
or
don't. I
oil.
actually mean Russia, Putin.
Is
He
it
done
gas?
that.
I thought it was oil that they did it.
No,
Oh, no,
he
yeah, they've
offered
got
them
the gas pipelines, haven't they? Yeah.
free
No,
home
you are
heat
right.
and gas for
Yeah.
every Russian citizen. But
Yeah, I've just remembered, yeah.
as part of that bill, they had to vote for him to be president for life.
We got another one.
The Trollosaurus.
Now I've just noticed some on the other chat, leprotisms. People with
Oh yeah,
autistic Irish
yeah.
people, I think.
We'll discuss that later.
yeah. Um, yeah. No, I remember with the gas lines now and how the end of the ocean they keep sabotaging. Anyway, yeah. Let's not point fingers because I don't want to piss off the whole political state of the world, and somehow we'll manage it. Like
Yep.
it's in a pretty temperamental situation right now. No, we're not discussing now. It's in a
No,
pretty
we are not discussing that. We're part of a live podcast, and we're not discussing whatever random people just decide to put in our chat.
Petrosaurus. That just sounds like a really scared dinosaur.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, right. So what was your one? Because I completely forgot now.
It's the Ni Win, the dictator of Burma
Oh yeah,
in 1987, got rid of all the banknotes except for 45 and 90 and sent the country into financial collapse.
with a side note of communism and dictatorships. Random people, I'm offended. Yeah, it's kind of you too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the next one. This happened in 2017, Sporker, and this isn't the UK this time from me. This is in Iceland. Have you heard it?
No.
So President Guani Th. Jonason.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that. If
Yeah, I
anyone
don't
knows
know
how
how
to
to
say
use
it,
those words.
so he told students that he was going to ban pineapple as a pizza topping, causing a global, albeit humorous, controversy. Yep.
How could that? No.
It,
How
it,
could that
it,
cause global controversy?
because someone probably posted it on Facebook and it probably got reshared. This is
Weird.
2017, remember? This was the height of social media Well, it wasn't even the high, was it? It was just after.
Yeah, but like no, but like why would it cause international controversy?
Because the first thing that's going to happen is the Italians are going to get involved. They sensed it. They sensed the country that might ban pineapple on pizza, and they went,
Oh yeah, do you
no.
remember in that other game that we used to
Yep,
play,
yep, I
Slate
do.
put it in the
Yep,
global chat? So what's
yep.
everybody's position on pineapple on pizza? People went nuts.
So, chatters discuss pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Commenters, leave a comment on the
Yeah.
videos. Leave a comment on the YouTube if this becomes a short. Do you have pineapple on pizza? I know Gordon Ramsay said no to pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, but then like I don't know. Not everything should be down to like Michelin star chefs.
No, 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 no. Well, everyone's got a different tongue. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
do you like pineapple on pizza? Because
I
if I
don't
remember
particularly
this,
like pineapple.
I remember this. If I remember this rightly, you're the opposite to me. So,
No, I don't particularly like pineapple because it gives me mouth ulcers, so I don't really eat pineapple. But
oh, my wedding,
regardless of whether it's on a pizza or not. Some people
my
like
wedding.
little cubes of cheese on and pineapple on a
You're,
stick.
yep, yep. Mhm,
So I don't know. I don't know what's happening there.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Can
The
it can
one fucking
sometimes
thing
cause
I asked for when I got
PTSD.
married. The one thing: cheese and pineapple on sticks. I love cheese and pineapple on sticks. It's the one thing I didn't get. Um,
Yep.
I like pineapple on pizza. When I was a kid, I used to love Hawaiian pizzas. I did.
I'm sure. Also,
I like pineapple on pizza.
I'd probably like pineapple on pizza if like I like pineapple, but since
But
I
the
don't
thing,
like pineapple,
why wouldn't pineapple go on pizza? Considering it's very sweet, and bread tends to be quite sweet anyway, and tomato
yeah.
sauce is sweet, so it's not like it's countering the flavors. And they're both fruit.
No, but
Tomatoes are fruit.
and
Pineapple's a fruit.
well, like a sandwich that I used to like when I tolerated pineapple was a tuna melt. That was always nice.
But I don't understand
So
why
that's
you
like
can't have pineapple on
tuna.
pizza.
So it's like tuna with a piece of pineapple on it and cheese over the top, and it's grilled so that the cheese all melts.
Yeah, yeah, and you get nice warm pineapple then. That's nice as well.
Yeah.
I never liked fish. Nope. As you discussed in depth last night, apparently.
Yeah.
But uh, yeah, I like pineapple. And you are right. Why did this cause a global controversy? I
Yeah.
don't understand why there's so much hostility towards people that. I don't understand why there's so much hostility towards people that like pineapple on pizza. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure the shit that you guys like that I don't like, but you
Yeah.
don't see me trying to slap it in your face every 10 seconds.
Like jellyfish.
You can fuck off with your jellyfish, creepy little bastards.
Man of war.
Oh, don't, because you'll mess my head up. Um, you will. I do. Well, like me and Mary, we sometimes order a pizza, and every like once every couple of months or whatever, we'll order a pizza, and I tend to, if I can, I'll get pineapple on it. If people
Okay.
didn't like it, it wouldn't be on the fucking menu
Yeah, that is true.
because there's supply and demand. If people didn't eat it, it wouldn't be there to begin with,
Yeah.
but it is. So
Because
it's
it
not
is
like they're
like a
just going to keep
fruit.
it
It
on there
does
for no
go off.
reason. Oh God, what? Yeah, I just, I just. Why is it even a joke? Always going to beg. I'm guessing he doesn't like. Why do people in figures of power say figures of power? What's the population of Iceland? Is not
About 30 or something. I don't know.
30.
Some of them threw themselves
Population.
into a volcano a while back, so I don't really know anything about that country anymore.
Right, the population of Iceland is 402,000.
Jesus, it's like
So,
half the population of Dublin.
yeah.
And the country's like about 5 times the size of Ireland.
Well, I just don't forget though, this is the country that their national football team all have day jobs, and they
Yeah.
still beat England multiple times.
This is also the country that had so much national debt that England bailed them out, and when you asked for the money back, they just said nah.
Yeah, they just go, nope.
And there was hardly any media coverage about that. Just no. Everybody just went, all right.
Okay, someone's just posted on the chat, and it's actually sent me a moderation thing. Hang on. Uh, yeah, it was Bat. You naughty Bat, you. Right, hang on.
What did she say?
There we go. I've allowed it to post. um, yeah, it's because she used that word. Anyway, yeah, they did. We did bail them out, and they did sort of go,
Yeah.
nope, can't have it. Can't. But how would we even get the money back anyway? And is
Oh, I see
Iceland?
your.
The,
Sorry, I
the
just seen your things. They were in the other end of the pictures in the Discord chat.
fuck's sake, man, can you stop? Yeah, I just I know where Iceland is. We flew over it when we went to America, but they speak
Yeah.
American,
Do they?
and yet they're closer to England, aren't they?
They don't speak American. They speak
They use
Icelandic.
Americanisms all the fucking time.
That's because there's a. It's sort of mid-Atlantic. They're sort of halfway between.
That's what I mean. Which is it actually closer to? Is Iceland closer? Is Iceland closing down? That was my Google search, like the recommendation.
I don't think that's a different Iceland.
I'm not sure a
That's where
country can
mums go.
close down.
The whole country is full of mothers.
Well, they're right next to Greenland, so surely they should speak like what country did
Greenland's
Denmark
owned by
speak?
Norway. Huh?
What
What'd you
country
say?
did what country did Denmark speak?
What language do they speak?
Yeah, not country. Sorry, 'cause- yeah. What language did
Danish.
Denmark speak?
Danish.
So surely they should speak Danish, really.
No, because they're not fucking
I know
Danish.
they
They're
speak
Icelandic.
Icelandic, don't they? But yeah,
Yeah.
like Norse.
They're their own
I
country.
genuinely forgot. Now I'm being
Like
stupid.
all them, like Finland, Sweden, the other one, Norway, Denmark, and Iceland, all to have like
Yeah.
derived language from like Norse.
See, this really annoys me as well. Actually, they learn English, which is great. If you want to learn English, go for it. If you want to learn a different language, by all means, do it. I learnt German on Duolingo, but this is where it annoys me because when I was learning German,
Yes.
everything on there was an Americanism. So they didn't teach you how to say trousers. They taught you to say pants. But to
That's
me,
not
pants is
really an
something you wear over your
Americanism.
balls,
Yeah,
not
that's
something
not
you.
really an Americanism though. That's just something that evolved from different languages.
Pants is an Americanism.
I don't think it is.
Pants is an Americanism.
I don't think it is.
Is I don't even know how to phrase this into a thing. Yes, pants is primarily an Americanism, the English term for outer trousers, jeans, slacks, etc. A usage that originated in the 19th century as a shortening
Yeah.
of pantaloons.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so
It's an Americanism because don't forget, in the 19th century, America was a thing, and they went to pantaloons and just shortened it to pants, whereas we use trousers. So the
yeah,
Americans created it. It's an Americanism because they're
yeah, but you
dickheads and they can't.
started it.
Pardon?
You started it.
No, we didn't. We use
You
trousers.
did by fucking bringing them over pantaloons.
We did use pantaloons. We don't use them now, but we did. But pantaloons are different to trousers.
Yeah,
They're
and they
different
just
things.
kept it.
You want everyone walking around in pantaloons, do you?
Yeah.
Pantalonosaurus. No one said that.
Grr.
Anyway, I googled it. Iceland is significantly closer to England than it is to the United
Yeah.
States. So why the feck are they learning American English? Surely they
Because
should
of
just learn
TV.
English. Yeah,
Because
the
of
proper
TV.
English.
Yeah.
You speak English,
Yes.
but the
There's a bit of a complex history there, Lance. Careful where you're talking.
you speak English. That's
Yes.
your common language, isn't it? I know
Yeah, but
that you never used to speak English, but still.
we didn't all we created our own little words for different things as well though.
Yeah,
Like we'd use phrases and stuff that you wouldn't have a fucking clue what we're talking about, like.
so do we over here. But that's the thing that you don't ram it in everybody's faces when you go to English lessons at school. Because I'm sure you had the lesson English at school.
That English is our primary language.
Yeah.
Just
So
so you know. Like there's
you
very, very
didn't
few
try to
people in this
force
country actually speak in Irish.
you didn't try to force Irish English onto the rest of the world. Whereas that seems to be what
No, we
America
didn't
has done.
force it, we sort of seeped it in.
Hmm.
We had like
You-
one guy from like Galway went to America and he just started using all the Irish phrases and stuff all the time until it started catching on. And then like some American people started using it, and then like it just blew up from there. Like,
I want you to
but we didn't
read what
go and
you've
say
just
like, yeah,
wrote in that chat
what?
because, yep. Anyway, right. So yes, pineapple on
Yeah,
pizza.
it works on two levels, Lance.
It's. I'll tell you afterwards. Pineapple
It
on
works on
pizza.
two levels.
Yep. Yep.
I'll explain to you where my thought process was after the thing.
My thought process has gone so far down the gutter now. It's well,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
gutter, and it's yep. Anyway, yeah, pineapple on pizza. Is it a
Yeah.
thing? Is it not a thing? Yes, it's a thing.
I think
Should
it's a thing, and people just have to learn to accept it.
after
If you don't want a national cuisine to go international and let people start doing different things, like I'm sure there's other toppings on pizzas around the world that Italians don't use.
I'm actually gonna Google.
Like
In,
even to the extent of pizzas in the north of Italy are different to pizzas in the south of Italy. So like they can just like build a bridge and get over it.
right, Sam Panopoulos, a Greek-born Canadian,
Yeah.
invented pineapple pizza.
Okay.
So it's a Canadian slash Greek thing going with
So
Canadian.
just out of just pure curiosity, how did they wind up with the name Hawaiian?
He invented pineapple pizza, commonly known as Hawaiian. He created it at the satellite restaurant in Clapham, Ontario. Experimented with canned pineapple. Became a global phenomenon, according to this. I'm just looking. Inspiration.
Phenomenon.
No, 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 no,
No.
no. The Hawaiian name was not a nod to Hawaii, but rather the brand of canned pineapple used at the restaurant.
Well, that explains it then. Thanks
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much, Lance.
So it's called the Hawaiian because he used Hawaiian pineapple.
Okay. A
Uh,
Hawaiian brand pineapple. You don't even know if the pineapple was from Hawaii.
no, yes, the pineapple was probably made in America, to be honest. But
Yeah.
yeah, oh, for God's sake, will you stop?
What?
Hang on, it's somebody else. It's that again, denying that it's a scammer. Moderation just picked
Oh.
it up and told me to ban it. Anyway, right. Yeah, so shall we move on to the news of the week,
Yes.
Sporka? The good
Yes,
old
we
news. We've got
shall.
3 articles for you this week,
Ooh.
but shall we start with the big one, Sporka?
The big one. Which one's
The
the big one? They're all pretty big, Lance.
the the
Are,
the
are
spaceship
you
that
talking
tried
about
to
the
get away
large
from Trump.
cylinder? Are you talking about the large cylindrical shaft that a certain that a certain space agency launched into space?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I've seen so many conspiracies about this actually.
Oh
So
yeah.
do you
Like,
want
why does
me
the
to
Earth?
do this one because I actually
Why?
sent you a video and I don't think you've watched it.
Why does the Earth look so like uh, different from the picture that they took in the '60s? And it's like because it's fucking 60 years older and we've destroyed half the shit with fucking pollution. You
Because
nut jobs.
you know like I said, there's been so many conspiracies about this, and Mary's mom actually. No, we don't. No. Mary's mom was asking me about this the other week when we was talking about the Artemis,
Yeah.
and was talking about conspiracies of the moon landing and shit like that. Believe it or not, NASA. How is the footprint on the moon different to the boots that are on Earth? Because believe it or not, NASA sent their astronauts up with more than one set of boots.
Yep.
They give them a spare pair too. And the same with the flagpole. How's it waving? It's not. It was crinkled up and folded, and there's two
Yep.
poles that one stretches out. Like the how was there no stars? Because the light exposure on a camera couldn't pick up the stars because the sun was on them. And there's so many different conspiracies, but it's the same as this Artemis. Like the flat earthers currently believe they didn't actually go anywhere again. All they
Yeah.
did is go
Well.
round the fucking moon to get away from Trump.
Yeah. They were
Like,
gonna stay there, but
they just
momentum carried them back.
yeah, just they could have been the first colony on Mars. But yeah, they went up there and they came back, which it's good. It's good in a way because like we can't say we've been back to the moon. If I
No.
went to
Moon
say,
adjacent.
but if I drove to Dublin, but
Yeah.
instead of going in Dublin and stopping, I just drove around the edge of it. I wouldn't
Yeah,
really say I went to Dublin. I say I drove past Dublin.
yeah,
Wouldn't
which
say I
is
went to
like quite
Dublin.
possible. It is one of our smallest counties.
I went into Dublin when I went on my honeymoon, but I don't tell people I went to Dublin. I say, oh, I stopped at Dublin for the flights to get
Oh,
my transfer.
fairly close to the city centre.
Yeah, but I didn't go to Dublin. I went to the airport and then carried on. Same as
Yeah,
they went to the moon and carried. But anyway, yeah. So the Artemis has returned from its 10-day
yeah.
mission to go around the moon as sort of like a test flight for what potentially could be the 2029 flight. Was it?
Like
Sorry, but a little bit then. What they're hoping to.
land on the moon.
Yeah, it's
China are planning on building a moon base by
yeah.
2035.
The thing is, though, if you was to, China have also experimented with cold fission as well
Yeah.
recently, and cold fusion and stuff like that. They've created a mini sun, which is really really cool, and they've also got a way that they've sent stuff into space. I'm trying to numb this down. They've sent stuff into space that can essentially beam energy to the Earth from the solar panels that are up there.
Yeah.
If they can then build a base on the moon which doesn't have any pollution around it, the amount of energy they could harness from that and then beam it to the Earth would be huge. So it is a very good leap forward. Like it would
It is.
create a lot of energy for the planet. But at the same time, very expensive. Are people going to use it? Are people like Musk going to just like finance the shit out of it and then it's going to charge us ridiculous amounts of money?
No.
But to be fair as well, we do have to hand it to the astronauts. Like, congratulations to them. To be a crew that's gone around the moon, that's took some absolutely amazing photos of space,
Uh-huh.
of the planets, like crack on. Some of the photos they've actually took of the moon, and I actually this is another conspiracy as well that I saw. They've took a photo of the moon using their cameras and whatever, and there's all different colours on the moon, and everyone's going, "Why is that blue there? Why is that orange there? Or it must be fake." First of all, it's an enhanced picture.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, they've used those colorings so you can see the different like compositions around, so you can see the differences of landmass. Third of all, the moon isn't a white block of cheese.
It is, you know.
Just as the Earth has different coloured rocks on it, so does the moon. It's not all just one
No, it
big
doesn't.
white thing. We only see it
No.
as white because of the Earth's atmosphere and so. But yeah, anyway, so that was the story of the Artemis 2
Yeah.
returning
You know, it's
back to
actually,
Earth.
do you know what actually one of the things that they're going to try and retrieve from the moon is, Lance? Just to
A bag
reference
of poo.
an older podcast. Yes, they want to, there's 96 bags of poo and urine and vomit up there, and they want to get at least one of them back to examine to see that the bacteria survive on the moon.
That's you know what I approve of this because if the bacteria did survive, then that gives hope for organic life on the moon.
Yeah.
So you know, great. And if it
Well,
didn't,
look at Matt Damon grew potatoes on Mars, so from
every time
poo.
we mention space, you always mention that film. Right.
Don't even
So
know what
yeah,
the name of
that
the film is.
congratulations to the Artemis 2 crew, not the
Yep.
Artemis 1, the Artemis 2 crew.
And
Hopefully
just
everything
remember,
goes as planned and we can get up to the moon. I'm not sure fucking why. There's jack shit up there,
and
but
just remember, just remember, the closest inhabited planet to Earth is a planet entirely colonized by robots.
yep, exactly.
Yep.
That's actually true. That's
Yeah, I
Mars,
know.
and it's because
Yeah.
it's got the rovers on it. I know. Right, Sporka. Next
Right.
story. You've got two to choose
Next
from, I believe.
story.
Yeah, you
I
got two
will
to choose.
go for the Google story.
Okie dokie.
Hooray! So Google, a popular search engine apparently, is going to start punishing websites that trap people with the back button tricks. So basically, the back button trick is when you click back on it and it either brings you back to like another page on their website, different to what page you have originally come from, or it comes up with some different ad or something or clickbait. So that's
Yeah.
what a
So
back button is. So
yeah,
that's
the
yeah,
back button's not doing the back job. It's just literally
yeah.
redirecting you to an
It's just
advert.
yeah, exactly. So on the 15th of June, they're going to they've deemed this as malicious practice, and they're going to stop websites for doing it by fining them, and even up to removing them their websites from Google search results.
Yeah,
So
so
there you
it's
go.
known as back button hijacking,
Yeah,
and what it basically does, it redirects you to adverts. So the website that you're looking at is then being paid because you're then viewing an advert, and adverts get a click ratio. So
yeah,
every time someone watches it, they'll pay so much money to have that advert on there. When you press the back button, because it's redirecting you, it's forced ads, which is very common now, especially in games. So on mobile gaming, I'm constantly getting adverts. My father-in-law actually turns off all of his internet when he plays games now. So he turns off his mobile data and he turns off his Wi-Fi so that he can play games without adverts. It's a way to get around it,
yeah.
but can't receive fuck over. Um,
Hmm.
but we were talking about this earlier, and if Google are fully aware, like hats off to Google, good. Stop this sort of practice from
Yeah.
happening. It shouldn't be
Shenanigans.
happening.
Yeah,
There's enough adverts on Facebook and all that sort of crap on YouTube. We don't want more adverts. We mentioned it last week. I pay for like you pay for Disney Plus and Netflix and Amazon, and it
yeah,
just floods you with adverts. Everything is adverts these days, and it's been around for years, but it's just getting more and more relevant now. So if Google know that this sort of practice is happening,
yeah,
and they can quite easily stop it. Really, they can just say, "Well, if we see these adverts after the back button, then we're going to remove your website from search engines. We're going to fine you, all that sort of stuff, because it'll be known as
yeah.
a malicious practice." Why wait till June the 15th?
Probably just to give those websites a chance to update their coding so that it doesn't do that.
I don't know, because if I hadn't paid my council tax, they wouldn't give me till June the 15th in order to pay it. They'd give me now, pay it, or go to
Yeah,
prison.
but
Like,
you don't have to use Google. You have to pay your council tax.
and they demand it straight away. Surely, if I had to pay it, they would give me a little bit more time, because if I can't afford it because I haven't paid it, then surely they'd give me a little
Yeah,
bit more time to get the money together. So, yeah, why wait till June the 15th? Why not just say, right, you've got 3 days, and then after that, that's it. No adverts. Can't use the back button. Because the side of websites are covered in adverts. The news articles I send to you, at the bottom, there's always adverts.
yeah.
So why not just? It really is beyond me. I'm just looking in. So it's been labelled as manipulative
Yeah.
because of the way they do it. It inserts itself into the browser history.
Hmm.
So it's using cookies and it's putting information onto your PC as well,
Yeah.
which could open it to all sorts of things, um, which really isn't good at all. So Google advised site owners which did not want to face the new penalties, which it hasn't actually said what the penalties are, um, did not to ensure they did not do anything to interfere with the user's ability to navigate their browser history. So when you use the back and forward button, basically you just going through your browser history to
Yeah.
reload that page. But they haven't actually said what the penalties are going to be. They've just sort of said
It
isn't
said
going to
from
stop.
June 15, the tactic will be deemed as malicious practice, meaning sites which continue to adopt it may be downranked or even removed from Google search results.
That's a shitty thing, though. Like, that's no. The websites are
Right,
just going to be all right. I'll take
if
that.
you're like the if you're the first search result in Google, and suddenly you're the 500 search result in Google, it's going to affect your business hugely.
That's a really good point, Sporka. I'm glad you've said that. You Google something right now and tell me what the very top search result is.
Oh, it's an ad for sure,
Exactly, it's a
or AI.
sponsored ad. So Google are telling people off for using adverts while sponsoring adverts on their searches.
No, but that's fine. I don't mind that because
I do.
that paid ads. That's how Google remains free to us. Like we
Uh,
don't pay for Google.
Chromebooks,
What?
Google phones,
No, I don't have either of them things, but I'm still free to use Google
web
on my
websites,
phone.
websites that have traffic input and data input and stuff. Google has a load of stuff going on. They make all sorts of stuff. It's not just Google Chrome that's
I
their
know, but
primary business.
no, but like Google, the search engine, like you're gonna like that wouldn't be free if like they didn't use advertising on it.
Oh no, this is.
That's
I'm not
what
saying
pays
don't
for
use
the
advertising. I'm not saying that at all because I understand that advertising is an integral
yeah.
part of business. What I'm saying is you could put them further down the page.
Yeah, but nobody would pay for the advertisement if it's gonna be further down the page.
It
And
used to be further down the page. Google
mostly
did
the first
pretty
thing that
fucking
comes
well.
up Mostly the first thing that comes up on my search engine now, anytime I search for anything, is the AI result anyway,
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, AI
which
overview
usually
is at the
which
top.
usually pretty much answers my question.
Now, you see, what you're doing, though, if you think about it, is you're using mobile Chrome. You're not using Chrome browser. Well, you are, but you're not using PC Chrome. It's different. So
I'm
you
not using Chrome at all. I'm using Google.
Google, yeah, whatever. But Google did pretty well before the age of adverts. They
Mm.
they did become a very they basically become the biggest search engine in the world very quickly before the use of adverts. They didn't always
They
have
are the biggest
adverts,
search engine in the world, and because of the algorithm that they use, no other search engine will ever be as successful as them.
which they have been sued for.
But they can't be sued for that.
Yeah, they can. They monopolised the search engine industry. They have been
But
sued
they
and they
didn't
lost the
really.
case
If
as well.
everybody just used Google, it's not their fault everybody used it.
Well, they actually did it in such a way that it stopped other search engines from growing. They were going around buying all the little search engines and stuff, same as what Microsoft did back in the day.
Yeah,
They
that.
went around and bought all the little tech companies so no one could go against them. But what was I saying? I've lost my train of thoughts now.
Cool.
Are they the biggest? I don't because we don't know
Google are the
about.
biggest search engine, and Bing, Microsoft's one, is the second biggest.
We don't actually know.
We do. Just Google it.
That's blowing your own trumpet there, isn't it?
Yeah, like just like Google it. Hey
Because
Google, what's the biggest
isn't
search engine in the world? Obviously Google.
yeah, but is there a different search engine in China that we don't know about?
No,
Oh yeah, it's called Baidu, and it's in
I was
China.
I was looking at this when I was looking up to see if Microsoft owned Bing before this podcast, and it came up in the overview that Bing is the second most popular web browse search engine on the internet, just beneath Google.
Can you Google how many people use Google daily?
I will try.
I should do it monthly because mine's give me monthly results.
Many
I've just changed it to daily. Right, so I've got the daily usage.
Google daily.
So,
Um,
go on.
Roughly 79% of internet users visit Google daily for searching, browsing, or navigation.
You've got how many people?
The platform processes over 3.5 billion to 5.6
How
billion
much?
searches per day. 3.5 to 5.6
Would you like to
billion.
know how many Baidu in China processes daily?
Yeah.
6 billion.
Okay.
So this is my point. Is Google still the biggest search engine?
Yeah.
If
But is Baidu accurate?
what do you
And
mean?
it's from
Yeah,
China. So half the shit that you search for is probably censored anyway. So like it
it
doesn't make it the
probably
best
is.
search engine.
I'm not
I
going
don't
into
mean
the
I don't mean
polit-
that it's the biggest search engine. I mean it's the best search engine. And Bing is the second best search engine.
two very different things there, Sporka.
Yeah, I know,
And
but
but yeah, this
that's
is
the
what I
thing.
mean.
Like it's
Western culture means that we use Google because Google's Western. But in China, we know very little about their information. We know very little about their technology.
okay.
So, but
Google
yeah,
holds over 90% of the global search engine market.
but that's still not usage and stuff. And that's that again. These statistics can be manipulated in so many different ways because China is one country essentially, rather than Google's planetary. So it could be saying that Google has Google in 90% of countries rather than, but yeah. Anyway, that's fine. So what was that story again, Sporka?
I can't fucking remember now. Oh yeah, Google stopping using the back button. No, they're using the back button, but the websites on that are used by Google are going to have to start using the back button for its original intentions.
Yep. So basically, stop being a dickhead and forcing people to watch
Yeah,
adverts all over the interweb.
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
the last story, and it's going to be a really quick one because we've got about 2 minutes to do this, is
Okay.
GTA maker Rockstar, just in case you didn't know Rockstar made GTA,
Did it?
they got hacked again. And yet again, it
Oh.
downplayed the fact that it'd been hacked. So the data breach affecting the game giant was reported by cybersecurity news outlets on Saturday. This podcast is recorded on a Wednesday, and the group of hackers claimed responsibility. So, what did they actually hack? Let's have a look. I know that they hacked people's information. We can confirm that a
Yeah.
limited amount. We can confirm that a limited amount of non-material company information was accessed in connection with a third-party data breach. A Rockstar Games spokesperson said. Jesus, he's really fucking put some words together there, hasn't he? So,
Yeah.
non-material company information. What the fuck is non-material company information?
I don't know. Obviously, users' information,
Yeah, I'm
not
guessing that someone's
fucking
put
company
their holiday
information.
pics on their PCs and some
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're going, "Who the fuck is this in Magaluf? What's this bullshit?" Yeah, but someone was probably trying to get access to GTA 6. But
Probably.
this is they've downplayed it. However, they shouldn't be downplaying it. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that
Yeah.
has the most anticipated game of. I'm gonna I'm going to throw it out there. It might be a hot topic, but the most
Yeah.
anticipated game of all time, GTA 6,
Yeah.
with all of its
Well, it's
delays
the
and all
most
that sort of stuff.
anticipated game since the last time they released a GTA.
Yeah.
Because
So
before GTA 6 was a concept, the most anticipated game was fucking uh,
GTA 5.
GTA 5. And before that was GTA 4. And before that was, take a guess?
Yeah. There's a pattern emerging here, isn't it? So for
There
them
is.
to get hacked of any level at all, surely they should have better security. Any right? Just to
The
clarify as well,
damaging hack saw 90 video clips of incomplete gameplay for Rockstar's highly anticipated new game published in online forums,
oh yeah, I see
prompting
at
the
the
firm
bottom.
to
Yeah,
release its trailer ahead of schedule. That was the last hack.
yeah. So they really should. If your company's going to be hacked, there's no way to stop it. If you can build something with
No,
code, you can break it down again using code. That's just a rule of hacking, essentially.
it was that crowd's shiny hunters that hacked them
Yeah. So
and said that they'd release the information online if they didn't pay the ransom. It was the same crowd that hacked the Irish hospitals
yeah,
and Ticketmaster.
you can hack pretty much anything as long as
Mm.
it's got a signal, whether it's wired or non-wired. You can hack it. Because it runs through. If it's connected to the internet, I should say, you can hack it
I think
because
it's great the way they're all like going with all these like hacking and all the like, and you think that there's these guys sitting in like a fucking basement with these mega
oh no,
quantum
they're not.
computers and everything.
They're
It's
big
literally
things.
like, but like a lot of hacking is literally just a guy guessing usernames and passwords.
Well, they used AI now, don't they,
That's
to use
yeah,
brute
they
force.
use it now, but before AI, they were literally just a guy sitting at a computer just guessing usernames and
Well,
passwords.
see, I know. I didn't.
That's how all them phone leaks and everything happened a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because
They
everybody had their
basically.
voicemail default password of 00000.
Yeah.
They
They use a
didn't
program.
exactly hack.
Yeah. They just used a program. What happens is let's educate the audience here a little bit. So
Mhm.
basically, when you enter your username and password onto a specific website or something like that, your information's then stored on that website. Certain companies, I'm not going to start naming them, but there are a few, including big known companies, will sell that information onto the dark web. From the dark web, a hacker can then buy that information and insert your username and password into a massive database of other username and passwords. So when they try to hack you, basically they just run through every single one of these username and passwords in a brute force attack, and you can also use DLSS attacks and stuff like that, DOS attacks, sorry. And that's the way that it actually works. Is they just literally just run through all of it. I get repeated requests from Microsoft to say someone from here, and here is trying to access your account, but we've
Yeah.
blocked it because there is security measures in place. But if you've got, if you let's say if Rockstar are using Windows, which I hope they're not, but nothing against Windows, but they should have developed their own infrastructure by this point, considering how big they are. Um, if you've got somebody with a Linux PC, because there's conflicting operating systems, essentially. You can hack a Windows using a Linux because a Linux is far more open depending on what software you've got. It's the same as you used to be able to hack somebody's Wi-Fi using Linux, using what was called a Wi-Fi sniffer. It's essentially stopped now. There's still ways to do it, especially on the older one, but we're not encouraging this, by the way. Don't do this at home. Pay for your own fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But there's loads of different ways to hack, and that's the way they get all your information through the dark web. If you think you're not on the dark web, think again. Yes, you are, because everybody has. The government's been hacked at some point. As you said, the hospitals have been hacked. That
Yeah,
information would
all
end
my
up.
medical information is on the dark
Yeah,
web there somewhere. I don't
yeah,
know what use that medical information is to anybody. They'll
yeah.
just look at it and go, "Oh, that poor fucker's been on dialysis for the last few years." Like
What
Jesus
a poor
Christ,
bastard hack.
let's send him a get well soon card.
Yeah, but that's the way hacking works. You can hack anything. It's all built with code. It's all built with ones and zeros. If you can find the specific sequence in a specific way, you can then hack it. It's the way technology is. There's no one for all way to avoid it. However, Rockstar really don't give a shit about their stuff being hacked, do they?
Nah.
Because it seems to happen quite frequently to Rockstar, and they're a
Well,
multi-billion-dollar
2 times in
company.
3 years. That's a
Yeah,
lot for that size company. Like,
yeah, it really is. Like, do something about it, because eventually, the way that GTA 6 is heading, there's going to be a lot of personal information on there because you have to make a Rockstar account now. You can't
yeah,
just play anymore without a Rockstar account. We've both got Rockstar accounts,
yep.
so our information could be out there. That Rockstar account will then
Yeah,
be
but in fairness,
connected.
Lance, we both use PlayStations as well, so our information is definitely
Well,
out there.
this is what I've said. PlayStation have been hacked loads of times. So, but your information from your Rockstar account is connected to your PlayStation account or your Microsoft account or whatever
Yeah.
platform you play it on. It's all connected. So once you've got access to one, you can then start just sniffing through and sort yourselves out, Rockstar, for fuck's sake. I'm not
Yeah,
angry,
for
I'm
God's
just
sake, Rockstar.
disappointed.
I don't
Anyway,
want more of my information online, you bastards.
if you want my information, go ahead, take it, because there's fuck all in my bank account.
Yeah.
Let's
What
face
are
it.
you going to extort from me? The 12p? Oh no.
If you want to take my identity, good luck to you. See if you can make a better job of it than I did. Right, so that was the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
GTA maker Rockstar hacked again, but downplays the impact, which is false. It should
Yeah.
really be downplaying it. Anyway, that's been this weekly podcast of world
It has.
leaders and the stupid stuff they say. So remember, you can check out our other channels, which I've now got to scroll up through a fucking wall of dinosaurs. You can
Rawr.
check out our other channels. So we've got the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitch, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, Blue Sky. You can also listen to this podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Remember to leave us a little thumbs up or a little thumbs down. Leave a little comment. We did have a few comments during the week. One of them, I think, said, "Is this what people do with their lives now?" And I did comment back to it. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like, "It's either that or you could go and watch TV while picking your nose."
Yeah.
It's up to you if that's what you want to do, if that's what you like. But yeah, leave a little comment, even if it's a bad one. Still good. It's still
Yeah.
interaction to us. So let us know what you actually think. It's so much.
And if we don't get negative comments, how can we ever improve for you guys?
You know
Because
what?
we're
If
only
if
here
you're
for
gonna
the
leave,
audience.
if you're gonna leave a negative comment, leave a constructive negative comment. So, oh, your volume was out here. Oh, you need to change your audio. Oh, Sporka's reading was dog shite. That's we don't
My
mind that.
reading's excellent.
We don't mind that kind of
I read at
that
a
kind
10-year-old level, you bastard.
we don't mind that kind of feedback. Go for it. Say it. And if you want to just comment with dinosaur, comment with
Yeah.
dinosaur. Right. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Loanzism.
And I've been Sporka. Nighty night, everybody.